Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Inter Miami CF versus Orlando City SC in the round of 32 of the 2023 Leagues Cup. Yes, the Gila Tech rain delay isn't over yet, but that'll be about 8:45 Central. But you know what? I'll shoot the breeze for an hour and a half. Why not? Might as well, since I'm not doing the LAFC game, might as well. LAFC has been pushed to the wayside because this will take a while. I looked at the radar, 8:45 on the future radars when these storms will start to move out. Might as well, So basically the RSR becomes Miami, Orlando. I'm not doing LAFC tonight, sadly. But Messi takes priority because who cares about LA when Messi is playing at the same time? Exactly. Only LA fans. And Juarez fans. So I'd be stupid not to do Miami. Views-wise, I'd be stupid not to just take this as far as it is. As far as this goes, I'd be stupid not to. So I may be hard-headed, but when it needs to be not, when I need to change, I change. This is one of those times. Florida in the summer is a freaking joke. So many rain delays. So many rain delays. If you remember the Concacaf Gold Cup prelims as well. I know, right? Watching in Lexington versus Omaha, USL League One. I'm just leaving it on the replay. I know when, but with that being said, while we're in the Gila Tech rain delay, let's talk about the starting 11s. Starting 11s are as follows. Drake Callender, the back four of Noah Allen, Kamal Miller, Sergei Kritsov, DeAndre Yedlin. The midfield three of Benjamin Kromashki, Sergio Busquets, Dixon Arroyo, Robert Taylor, Joseph Martinez, and Lionel Messi, the front three. Jordi Alba's on the bench, mind you. Starting 11 for Orlando City. In goal, Pedro Gallese. The back four, Kyle Smith, Antonio Carlos, Robin Jansen, Rafael Santos. The midfield two, Cesar Araujo, Wilder Cartagena. Midfield three, Facundo Torres, Mauricio Pereira, Ivan Angulo, and Duncan McGuire, the striker. That's awesome. Omaha is a pretty nice city, you know. Not that I ever went, but I should have went when Mississippi State went to the College World Series. But no, I'm wasting my time going to Nashville. I'm going to regret that shit till the day I die. I really am going to regret not going to Omaha for State till the day I die instead of going to Nashville the week before. Is this a derby? Yes, the Florida derby. Because Miami and Orlando are in Florida, the Florida derby. Anthony Acosta Araujo this summer transfer window for the Timbers. I like it. Well, speaking of transfer business, let's talk about Richie Laryea going to the Vancouver Whitecaps. You know what? Toronto deserves that. I still love Richie. Toronto deserves Richie going to the Whitecaps. They do. They drug their feet. He wanted to come back. They made an offer to Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham Forest went with a better offer. Vancouver's, who just came in recently, I guess. And Richie probably will stay as a DP as well next season, which making a outside back a DP is probably not the best idea if the rules stay the same or they just up the number of DPs, which, who knows. But honestly, Toronto deserves it. Toronto deserves Richie Laryea going to Vancouver. They do. With the way we're working, with the way this club's not acting like a big club, they deserve it. Bill Manning deserves every rebuke for the rest of his tenure in Toronto. He does. And Richie's just one of them. It should be played tonight. It should be. called a rain delay. They're not playing because it's raining cats and dogs down in Miami. Super chat if Orlando wins. I'm getting tired of these delays. Exactly. Because Fort Lauderdale. Oh, what happened to Dest? Oh. I see what you're saying. Sounds like Barcelona terminated his contract. Or at least they're about to. I got an idea. Well, I don't know if it's a good idea, but since we can't get Richie Larea, I got an idea. I'm just saying, I got an idea. Hell, most European clubs don't even want Dest. I got an idea, but it's not my... I know, Ashton Morgan retired. I saw that. And he's had a good career. And I'm happy that he got to retire on his own terms. I'm happy that he got to celebrate his career. They let him be on the pitch against Vancouver. It's weird he did it midway through the season, but if that's what he chose, Comunicaciones take the lead. You know what? Might as well watch it. Let's see if it's on Tubi. If it's 8:45, give or take, I'll check at 8 o'clock, and then we'll... Might as well. Congrats to Ashton Morgan. But, yeah, why not? Let's watch a little bit of Comunicaciones while we're at it. Yeah, rain delay. Gila Tech rain delay. Until about 8:45 Central is my guess. Oh, they are showing Comunicaciones and Real España. Oof. But watch it while we're at it. Comunicaciones is up 1-0. 1-0. Nobody's here for that, but still. Miami's a better team. I wouldn't say they're a shit show. Orlando's good enough. But top two teams get out of the group. Let's see who's also in the group. Let me remind myself, I should say. Herediano, Real España, Comunicaciones, Didion, Hens, CD Aguila. Oh, that's a group of death. You don't want to lose if you're Real España. I guess Vancouver ruined them. Destin Pulisic with Mexico become Roberto Carlos and R9, but in Europe they become Pulisic, Ryder, and Des Slater. Well, Pulisic, if he plays the 10 and he gets a chance at Milan, I think he'll be fine. But Dest, you have a point. I'll give you that one. 100%. But today, the review is going to be Miami-Orlando. LAFC, I will not be able to do because this will take a while. So, I do get to finish earlier. That's pretty good. Goal for Miami. Are you playing it on FIFA? 2-0. Oh, you're watching the repeat of Atlanta-Miami, aren't you? He's just talking about the Atlanta game. That's the replay. No, it's just Miami is Miami. Florida weather in the summer does this. Remember the Concacaf Gold Cup prelims? Only one match day of the 3 were not rain delayed. Oh, and by the way, the rain delay also happened against Trinidad and St. Kitts. So, oh, what a save. Did Real España get rid of Luis Lopez? Huh. I can see why they're down. That sounds fun, too. I can see why they're down. Some Mother Nature. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Offside, anyway. Let me see. Yeezus Slater. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got the Concacaf website favorited. What am I doing? Motagua beat Verdes 5-0, by the way. Just so you know. Freddy Perez for Comunicaciones. Michael Perello is the goalkeeper. Yeah, he's gone. I guess he... Let's see. He's injured, I guess. He's injured. That's the problem. He's not even on the bench. Didn't he get hurt in the Gold Cup? Maybe he did. Didn't Luis Lopez get hurt in the Gold Cup? Oh, come on. And I lost my tabs. There we go. We back. Didn't he? But, yeah, so there we go. Ivan Bartol to be the referee tonight when it comes to Real España fans are batshit crazy, especially when they play Motagua. There's always blood. Good thing they're not in the same group. They could play each other if they both make it to the quarterfinals. That would be crazy. Free kick here for Real España. We're waiting this out, and we will review Miami Orlando. It's just God's way of telling me, no, you got to focus on Messi when he plays. It's the smart play. Pass the post. That's the smart play. I figured. Columbus Crew really going for it. They may actually be a team that could get out of the East. They might be my third favorites. With what they're doing with Diego Rossi and how much they beat America, I mean, Columbus Crew might be my third favorites to get out of the East at this point. I mean, Miami, they're in that conversation. I mean, they got to make a run, but if they make the playoffs, all bets are off. They're in that conversation. I think Leagues Cup is more likely for them. I think they will at least make top 3 in Leagues Cup, or make the Leagues Cup final, which would put them in Champions Cup. I think the U.S. Open Cup final. I think Messi will lift the U.S. Open Cup, and I do think if they make the playoffs, all bets are off. All bets are off if Miami are in the playoffs. They got to get there first. Columbus, they could make a run. They could certainly make a playoff run. I think Cincinnati, of course, is still the favorite. I think the Revs are going to be complete frauds, but we already knew they were. Orlando, they'll win a game probably. Or they could win a round. I don't think they would get any further than that, depending on who they play. Nashville, they could grind out results. I got to see how Sam Surridge plays with them, but they could grind out results. Real España, you have this USA guy named Ian Maha. Any idea about how he plays? He's a backup. I didn't see him play last year during the Champions League. I think he's more of a reserve, but I haven't really heard much about him because if he was a good youth player or a good American player, the American fans would talk about him all the time. I haven't heard of him. So I think that tells you your answers. Hasn't played really much time in a Concacaf game, so I think that gives you your answer, to be honest. 26th minute. I'm thinking that es difícil jugar aquí line is like it's tough to play here, it's tough to win here. I think that's what that line is in English, but haven't completely translated it yet. But I think that's the line they're going with Champions Cup. It's difficult to play here, it's difficult to win here. Exactly, so might as well. We got time. 2 things. Let's see. Miami, any news? No. If Dallas wins tonight, they'll host Miami and Frisco. Light rain is still falling, but the pitch is getting prepared, is what I just read. So it should be... Okay, so should be soon. Maybe sooner than I thought. All right. See, okay, good. So it should be quick. Nice. Should be soon. I don't know how soon, but it should be soon. Might as well flip it back. It looks a little bit sooner than I thought, so might as well flip it back. What's your honest opinion of this tournament, Leagues Cup? I think this tournament doesn't help Liga MX at all. If anything, it harms them. Yes, this tournament is favored towards MLS sides. I'm not going to lie about that. I do think this tournament is favored towards MLS sides. I think it helps the MLS sides. I think it's definitely more, I wouldn't say biased, but it's definitely slanted the way it's done now. But both teams have tried. Hasn't started yet. It's on a rain delay. Should start very soon, though, within the next 15, 20, 30 minutes. At least that's what it looks like to me. If they're working on the pitch, it should start. With light rain, it should start relatively soon. So about 15 minutes. But again, I like this tournament. I like watching Leagues Cup. I think the football is good quality. I think both teams are trying. I think the MLS teams have... I think most MLS teams are better than most Mexican teams. They were talking about the replay because they're showing the Miami-Atlanta replay on stream, because if they don't do that, they're going to lose everybody ready to watch Messi. So normally what they do on Apple TV when there's a rain delay is they show this screen in 3 different languages saying the game is delayed due to weather event or whatever with their anthem of the app. Normally they do that, but here they're not going to do that, because if they do that for any certain amount of time, they're going to lose people who are watching the game for Messi. So they're going to show an older game, the last game he played, until they can play the game. So somebody was talking about the repeat. Because it's a rain delay. It's not the way Apple TV normally handles it. Because again, if they did that, they would lose the people watching for Messi. How many goals is Messi scoring? I say 2. I think Jordi Alba scores a 3rd because he's on the bench. Yep, there's a rain delay, but it should be over pretty soon, arguably. They're already working on the pitch, so there's light rain. It should be over about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So, by the top of the hour, but that still means I can't do the LAFC game. So, I'm here for this, then I'll review this, and then be done. Speaking of, if you're watching the Concacaf Central American Cup on Tubi while you're waiting for this to start, and you see that little ad board on the side in Spanish, it says, Es difícil jugar aquí, on más difícil ganar aquí. In English, that means it's hard to play here, even harder to win here. So, I was pretty much on the money with my guess, but a little bit different. I thought it was and, not even, but pretty much. If you want to know, here you go. Timbers are done tonight ahead of the deadline transfer window. At least you made moves. Toronto did nothing. Well, today. Well, when Bernadeschi leaves, because the European window is still open, and Insigne leaves, we're in the shit. Well, we already were. I don't know what's the difference. Thank you. Gracias, gracias. I know enough to get by, but I'm glad it's getting better. It should. That should be the plan. If not, is the plan, but Orlando did two things: signed back Junior Urso and gave up Granados. Yes, this is an every year thing now in this format. Of course, there'll be more teams when Vegas comes. Wait, Vegas doesn't have a team yet. San Diego, they'll have a Vegas team very, very soon, though. It's going to be San Diego and Vegas as the last two, I think, expansion sides for now, which go grab a shoe and smash the damn thing. How about that? Go grab a shoe and smash the damn thing. I saw a spider a couple of mornings ago before I made the Leagues Cup video so I could put it up. I didn't even scream. I just went and grabbed my zapper racket and zapped the damn thing. I was like, okay, fine. Now, it did crawl over to the other side of the wall from my bathroom by the time I got it, but I still got it. And I don't like bugs. But as long as I have that little extra part of the zapper, Concacaf Champions Cup round of 16 spot. If they're in the top 3, second and third place get a preliminary round spot in the Concacaf Champions Cup. And of course, the Leagues Cup trophy if you win. So money, the Leagues Cup trophy, and a CONCACAF Champions Cup berth, round of 16. If you're second or third, you go to the preliminary round. So it qualifies to the Champions Cup. That's why I was so, what was the word? Hopeful for it, Because Toronto's a big club, or at least they like to act like they are. That means they should be in Champions Cup every year. And if you're not, you're failing. Should it be through the Voyageurs Cup? Preferably, yes. Because if you don't win the Voyageurs Cup as a Toronto manager, you should get fired that night or walk out the door. That is correct. Because technically they would only be the kings of Mexico and America and Canada. Kings of CONCACAF are the Champions Cup winners. Hell, probably Olympia has more of an argument than whoever wins this tournament. Or whoever ends up winning the Central American Cup. To me personally, when it comes down to the hierarchy of cup winners in CONCACAF, Champions Cup is the king of CONCACAF club-wise. Then Central American Cup. Then Leagues Cup, then Caribbean Cup. Are you trying to what's the word? Confuse me? Is this the same Chris Klein that was the GM or the president of the Galaxy? Is that the same? Is that the Chris Klein we're talking about? Is this the same one that almost destroyed the Galaxy? Or is this a different Chris Klein? I don't think it's that common of a name. I don't know no Chris Kleins personally. Oh. I never saw what he did on there. His bumpers, sadly. I'm guessing that he did a bumper for the make the grade sort of quiz segment, right? It's still delayed, but it should be on very soon. Like that, what was it called? Like the quiz segment that they did. What was the word? What was it called again? Like they talked about know your sports or whatever. It was something like that. That's what he must have done. Know your sports. That not make the grade. Know your sports. That little bumper thing. Ready for SummerSlam? Yes, and I actually got to watch it live. Because no football on Saturday. Yay. Trade tricks. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what it was called. And it's funny because like 3 months ago, I just watched like a couple of old ones of those. But it should be going. I don't want to remember that jackass. Oh, I know of him. Maybe more of a legendary player than a coach, but I don't want to remember that jackass. But somehow he's better. I know, but I'm waiting. It seems like this Miami game will start a lot quicker than I thought. So, rain, thunderstorms, Helitech rain delay, severe weather, I guess. Rain doesn't delay matches. It's the lightning, but it's easy to say rain delay. Oh my God. Even our best team couldn't do that. Certainly the team now couldn't do it. Only on Apple, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it's only on Apple TV. They put Messi only on Apple TV when they could have put this on FS1. Huh? That's stupid. They could have put this on FS1. They just put Messi on Apple TV. Huh? That's stupid. Oh, but I guess if you put Messi on Fox during Leagues Cup, that takes away the incentive to sign up for Apple TV. Oh, you dirty suits. Oh, you dirty suits. You figured it out, didn't you? Sevilla versus Betis is playing right now in Estadio Akron. I didn't know they were doing that. So wait, Tecatito's playing at Akron. Sean Johnson would give up 5 or 6 goals, if not 7, just to Vinicius himself. Apple TV is worldwide. Maybe that's why. But in the U.S., they still could show games on Fox for Leagues Cup. They still have a couple of games on FS1 on Fox. Every day, they show at least 1 or 2. This is not one of them. So still in America. This isn't one of them? That's weird. You gotta love capitalism. Sometimes there are things about it that definitely... The cronyism is what pisses me off, preferably. But Figure It Out or Double Dare. Huh. I loved both shows. I can't choose. Like, I can't choose. Like, all the gas shows, like the 90s game shows, like Get the Picture, Double Dare, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Figure It Out. I loved them all. Like, there's no ranking. I love them all. Of the two, though, 6:35 p.m. So that's 8:35 Central. Okay, so there we go. I don't know. Figure It Out or Double Dare. I love both shows. You know, I'm going, but then again, Double Dare. did have a reboot that didn't have. They had the Liza Koshy reboot, then figured out of the Jeff Sutphin reboot, so I can't even use that as a minus. Both shows have that as a minus. Reboots that shouldn't have happened without the original host. So, Double Dare with Liza Koshy sucked. Let's just keep it a stack. And Figure It Out with Jeff Sutphin was just stupid. If it ain't Summer Sanders or Mark Summers or that dude who did Double Dare 2000, it's not right. If it's Figure It Out without Summer Sanders, it's not right. And if it's Double Dare without Mark Summers or the dude who did Double Dare 2000, it is not right. Let's just keep it a buck. All right. Let's just keep it a buck. Now, so I can't use the reboots against each other show. Honestly, I think Figure It Out just slightly, to be honest, if you want an answer. Figure It Out slightly. Delay de la Tormenta. Partido. Partido 8:35 Central. Oh, yeah, that sucked. I agree. Warm-up should begin now. Legends Hidden Temple. I never seen the reboot. I actually liked the reboot, to be honest. I only watched like one episode, but I liked it. I liked the reboot, to be honest. They did cancel it, though. That's why you don't put it on the CW. Match started 8:35 in Spanish. Simple enough. Begin, start. Partido. I don't know how to say the time in Spanish either. But, Legends of the Hidden Temple on the CW. Okay, hold on. Let me do my freaking. El partido comienza a las 8:35 Central. There we go. Campeones Cup versus Leagues Cup. Two different things. Campeones Cup is like Campeón de Campeones, but the MLS champion versus the Campeón de Campeone in Liga MX. So it's a Super Cup. Leagues Cup is a continental secondary trophy. Pretty much. There we are. 30 minutes till kickoff. Here we go. But I'm only covering this game now. So, yeah, that would be about 7:35. Huh, interesting. I guess that'll be the next Victor Wembanyama moment. Sí. Partido comienza a las 8:35. There was a water spout? El partido comienza a las 8:35 Central. En 30 minutos. Gracias. De nada. There was a water spout. That's crazy. A tornado that happens over water. You don't know what a water spout is? It's very normal in Miami or off the coast of Florida. It's a normal thing. Dieciséisavos de final. I didn't know that was 16. Huh. Well, that's different. I'm just going to say round of 32. Before like in Miami, during the weather delay, there was a water spout. They just showed a picture of it. I know a tornado when I see one. Or a funnel cloud, I guess, but you know what I mean. Well, now I learned some new. No, it was the lightning and the heavy rain. They're not on the sea. It was just they had a picture of it. Or a clip of it because it was close enough. Maybe they are. Messi the best. See. And they're talking to David Beckham, of course. Yep, 9:35 Central. Yeah, or 8:35 Central, 9:35 Eastern. I had to do the math, but that means I can't do the LAFC game. I figured that was going to be the case. So this will be the review and the live, but it's just God's way saying you better cover Messi when he plays. And only Messi. You know that's better for you. Do not put Michael Bradley's name next to Messi unless Michael Bradley gets owned by him later this season. Please don't. Oh, God. Don't do this to me. I don't want to remember it. Speaking of Michael Bradley, why aren't you live streaming the Watchalong game? Why would I stream that plastic club versus Dallas? Who cares? Again, Messi is Messi. If LAFC gets pushed to the side for Messi, you think Dallas and Watchalong wouldn't? You're crazy. 8:35 Central, 9:35 Eastern, so about 40 minutes. That's the power of Messi, baby. Toonami. Well, see, Toonami was a block and still is a block. Kids WB was a block. One's a channel. You can't, like, if you compare, you should compare Disney Channel, Cartoon Network. Out of the blocks, though, Toonami. The original Teen Titans came from Toonami, didn't you know? By the way, there still should be a season 6. See. Twitch, YouTube. See. Watchalong would be so boring. See, yes. Lightning and thunder. It's the severe weather. It's not the rain. If it was rain, they'd be playing. If it was just the rain, they'd be playing. It's the lightning that is unsafe. When thunder roars, go indoors, so to speak. Have you ever heard of that before? I don't know if you have. Why would he go to Juarez? Austin got smacked by 2 pathetic teams from Liga MX. Hey, I'll play the devil's advocate. Juarez is good this season. Juarez is actually good this season. What do you mean pathetic? Watchalong is pathetic, though. Watchalong is a plastic, pathetic club that should be called Mazapan. Bring back Monarchas. But Austin sucks in international competition, so we shouldn't have been surprised. Ooh. Are we talking about like early 2000s? When it was all that, Drake and Josh, Amanda Show, Brothers Garcia, Taina. Got to be Teen Nick. It got to be. It's got to be. Zoe 101. It's got to be. The early 2000s? Late 90s, early 2000s? It's got to be. Like, today playing Miami contra Orlando. Like, I mean, Zoe 101, Brothers Garcia, Drake and Josh, Amanda Show, all that. Keenan and Kel, Taina. Come on now. Sabrina the Teenage Witch wasn't, no. I mean, when is Jordi Alba supposed to sign for Miami? He already signed. He's on the bench today. He's on the bench tonight. Mazapan has more history than Barbie FC. What are you talking about? Mazapan has more history. They're a plastic club. That's the problem. Damn, they're moving quick. Yeah. What about Suarez? Are they going to get him this season? No. They'll get him before February, though. That's my guess. He'll go before February. Before next season. I don't think he'll be there this summer. But they'll get him. There's a Timbers player who played the Messi UCL group in 2020. That's right, Frank Boley. Was Discovery Kids cool to you? No, not as Discovery Kids. Now, when it turned to Hub Network, when they had Family Game Night, Pictionary, like all the Hasbro game shows, that was cool. At least the Hasbro game shows were. Family Game Night, that was cool. Todd Newton hosts that, by the way. You know what else he hosted? Whammy. Though the losers may try, no one makes pizza pie like the Whammy. Ooh. Those were some good shows, too, but... And the only team I really hate from MLS is Montreal. Seattle's close, though. Yeah, I do, too. Of course he would. Because they wouldn't put those games on Fox Sports. Because they know people are going to pay for Messi. Yeah. How's your father holding up after he got sacked? Oh, by the way, do you know where that ball is in orbit in space after the CCL final? Do you know where it is? Where's it in on orbit? Must be orbiting around Pluto by now, right? Has to be. I think that was the last so he could get out of Gremio, but that's just me. Once he realized that wouldn't work, he's playing again. I don't know about you. It just seems fishy that he's playing again, but the one Kane hit is in the World Cup is on approach collision with Mars. I'd rather have it orbit Pluto if it's going to go into space. Pluto's a planet. I don't care what you scientists say. Pluto's a planet. The moon landing was fake. I'm soapbox. Oh no, this guy. I mean, Juan Dineno would be the better player, but I don't know if he would leave Pumas to go to that crap show named Cruz Azul right now. I don't know if he would do that to Pumas, so I guess they would have to go for Willian Jose. That's my guess. Pluto is real, I know that. How about they both suck? How about Terry sucks because he's too nice and Bob was a complete idiot whose system has been horrible since 2016? How about neither of them should be there? But yeah, I'll agree with you on the fact that if you make Chris Armas look good, you got problems, Terry. I don't think it's a hate or lack of faith. It's just the fact that this tournament is sort of biased towards the MLS teams. And besides, everybody who isn't a big dog has done horrible in this tournament. Either because of the bias or either because that MLS teams are just better than your Juarez's and your Mazatlans and your most of them. Better than Querétaro or Tijuana or Atlas. That's all. That could be true. And Portland is a good team, but so I don't know. How about Bob Bradley goes coach Bray Wanderers in Ireland? He would suck in Ireland too. Rotloss, you mean? True. But only the big dogs. Even Chivas got knocked out, so anybody could. I guess that shows you how much this game is this tournament is turned. But interesting. This is about Miami. But yeah, Toronto's screwed. I know. But we'll deal with that in August. We'll deal with that on August 20th. Don't make me think about the team till we have to play again. Because honestly, I just want to have fun watching these games without having to worry about how bad Toronto is. Let me at least have a little bit of a respite. That's the good thing about them being eliminated. Because it's on Golazo Network, and I'll be covering that game as well. Scott Steiner for TFC coach. Yeah, it couldn't hurt, couldn't it? It couldn't hurt. Holla if you hear me. I have a feeling Monterrey or Tigres taking the tournament. Yeah, I can see it. What do you think of Cozy Thompson? I think he's a good player. I think Cozy Thompson has he has a potential. I think he needs to get a bit more refined as a young player. I think he has a lot of potential, though. I think he can play a good game. He does have talent. I've seen flashes of good out of him over the past 2 years. I think they need to keep refining him, making him better as well. But overall, he's not the problem. I don't think when it comes to the young players, he's the problem. He hasn't really been visually bad. There's been some bad moments from him. But, young players always do that. When you have a young player, before they get from 18 to 23, they're going to make mistakes. But that's what makes players grow, is making mistakes on the field. I don't think he's ever cost Toronto a game. So I'm not going to I don't have a problem with him. But again, when it comes to young players in the sport, when you're playing young players from your academy and you want them to be better, they're going to make mistakes up until they're about 23. from 18, 17 to 22, you have a project. You have a player at 23. As Arsene Wenger once said, I agree with him on that statement. Players at younger ages are going to make mistakes on the pitch. They are. You have to use those mistakes and teach them from those mistakes how to grow as a player. I told you should have smashed it with a shoe. But you didn't listen to me, did you? The cockroach doesn't need to be killed. You didn't listen to me, and now it's flying. Should have smashed it with a shoe when you had the chance. I don't know where you go. I don't know what your house looks like. So I can't help you there. I tried to help you by telling you to smash it with a damn shoe. And you didn't. So, and now it's flying. And you didn't even bother it. It wants your brains. Or something. It was in the top corner of my room near the TV. Well, then go grab a chair and smash it with a shoe. Yeah, I heard Vince got a search warrant. Carried out on him from the feds. I wonder what they found. I wonder what it was about. Like, it was financial improprieties, but yeah, I saw that. I feel sorry for Marcelo. Because he didn't mean to do that. I feel sorry for the guy who had his leg broken too. But Marcelo didn't mean to make that tackle. It just was a bad moment, a bad tackle that ended up being a horror tackle and a red card. And Marcelo isn't a dirty player. I've never thought of him as a dirty player. It was a sad thing to see. It was a very gut-wrenching play to watch. I feel sorry for both players. I hate it for the player who got his leg broken. I hate it for Marcelo because that's not the way you want part of your career to end down or run down. You don't want that to be one of the last things people remember about you. And he's never a dirty player. Now people are going to start calling him dirty when he didn't even mean to make that tackle. It's about no. They said 35. Players were still on the pitch. Hold on. I didn't see anything. It's almost. They say almost go time. That was 6 minutes ago. Under 35 minutes. It's still 8:35 Central. As far as I could tell, it's still 8:35 Central. Still 8:35 Central. Barring any further setbacks, the match is set to kick off at 8:35. That's still the thing through MLS, so it's all good. Marcel to the MLS. Canada and the USA. It's crazy how the world is caught up, to the USA and Canada. Canada got knocked out and played like crap, and the USA should have been knocked out if it wasn't for the post. And they were playing like garbage. The two best teams in the world 3 or 4 years ago were either almost knocked out or have been knocked out in the group stage. And the USA ain't going to get past Japan. If they're lucky to get past Sweden, they're not getting past Japan. So, hey, at least I still got Japan, though. Italy's out. Jamaica did make it to the knockout stage, but they won't get that far. But, yeah, I mean, of course, I'll be hoping Jamaica makes some more progress. It would be nice to see. Jamaica's the CONCACAF team that did the best. Could be, or one of the second best, at least. Interesting. I would have never predicted that, to be honest. But yeah, Italy's out. 20 minutes till kickoff. Yeah, 20. Good. Nigeria versus Japan in the final. That would be a good final, actually. That would be a very interesting final, I think. Japan would win, but be an interesting final. Yeah, Derek Jeter's there. He used to own the Miami Marlins, don't you know? Nigeria versus Australia Mundial final. And that's why you're here, because I at least try. I at least try. Give me my props. I at least try. Argentina and Brazil out. I know, crazy, right? Argentina's out of the Women's World Cup and Brazil is. You would never see Argentina and Brazil go out at the group stage in a men's World Cup. And I don't think it's happened much at a Women's World Cup either, to be honest. So that's why it's so weird. But Jamaica went through at the expense of Brazil. That's the craziest thing. Who would have ever thought? I think it's fair. It's absolutely fair. Like, they made, like, the U.S. women's national team fans made, like some of the people who've basically made Carly Lloyd apologize for calling out the women's national team after they drew. Like, the next day, she's like, I'm passionate. I expect more out of the team. And she basically had to retract the harsh criticism. I don't get it. Like, the criticism's fair. Like, the USA used to dominate teams. Now, I'm glad to see them look this bad. When it comes to the men's side of CONCACAF, I want all the CONCACAF teams to do well. As a Canada supporter, when it comes to the women's side, I think the U.S. women are heels. I do. Just like a lot of people do. So, but they're a good team. I can admit that they're a very good team. At least they have been falling off. I thought I saw that over the past 2 years. But where we are now is people are like, oh, we're the best team in the world. What is this criticism? No, they're not anymore. And the world's catching up. And the U.S. looks horrible. And Vlatko Andonovski's lost that damn room. And trust me, when you lose the room, you lose a lot of what the team effort is when you lose that room. It's nice to see the U.S. look like crap for once. It does, but there is it's a fair criticism. Everything that the people are saying, what Carly Lloyd is saying, it's an absolute truth. So Canada's in the same boat, but I don't think you would say, I haven't heard a Canada fan say criticism that Karina LeBlanc would have given is wrong. I've never seen a Canada fan say that the criticism to Canada's women's team, because they were playing like crap at this World Cup too, is wrong. I've never seen that. But the U.S. women fans are like, but that criticism, that's too much. You're being too harsh. Just because they're defending champions don't mean they don't deserve criticism. See, you become a winner by responding to the criticism, by showing that you can rise above and do better. Because sometimes there's constructive criticism and there's anger criticism. When it's constructive criticism, You got to learn and say, you know what? That's right. I got to do better. And not try to be egotistical and say, but we're going for a three-peat. We're better than that. We don't need your criticism. And that's the problem. And then it permeates to the fans because, you know, it is what it is. So again, for me, Canadian fans, they've criticized the CSA, they've criticized the players because they deserve it. The way they played at this World Cup, they deserve the criticism. I ain't seen nobody complain about it. The women's fans, the USA women's fans, are complaining about the criticism because you're back-to-back champions going for a three-peat, you're so gilded you don't deserve criticism. When they're playing like crap, they're not going to get a three-peat the way they're playing. People are like, oh, but the knockout stage will be different. They're better in the knockout stage. How much better do they need to be to win, though? Yeah, let's just say they play better in the knockout stage. Let me play devil's advocate. Let's say how much better they have to be to win it all. How much better? Because yeah, let's say they actually become useful. Useful is not the word, but serviceable. They haven't even been playing at a serviceable level besides the Vietnam game. That's a better word, serviceable. They need to play better than that. Let's say they become serviceable in the knockout stage. That serviceable ain't going to beat Sweden. If it does, it certainly ain't going to beat Japan. They got to be at least good, if not great. So if you're going from crap to serviceable, that's not enough to win. I guess they're showing a team, introducing a player, but game's about to start in 15 minutes. I know. But that's where I am with them. The fact that to me personally, I mean, they're showing Alba. So he's on the bench, but Jordi Alba. They're presenting Jordi Alba right now. 9 minutes to kick off. So remember that this is the only game I'm doing live and review. Take a slight break before. I guess they got to pump up the crowd. But the good thing about the Women's World Cup is I still got Japan. Even though Canada and Italy are out, I still got Japan. I guess Jamaica too. Mazatlan's clearly the bigger game right now. That's 14 grams of crack right there. This won't be done by the time LAFC starts. That's the problem. Houston versus Pachuca. Oh, that's cool. Sit tight. We'll be back before this game starts. Sit tight. We're back. Starting 11s are as follows. Drake Callender for Miami. For Miami, it's Drake Callender. The back four, Noah Allen, Kamal Miller, Sergei Kritsov, DeAndre Yedlin. The midfield three, Benjamin Kromashki, Sergio Busquets, Dixon Arroyo. The front three, Robert Taylor, Joseph Martinez, and Lionel Messi. For Orlando City in goal, Pedro Gaese. The back four, Kyle Smith, Antonio Carlos, Robin Jansen, Rafael Santos. The midfield two, Cesar Araujo, Wilder Cartagena. The attacking midfield three, Facundo Torres, Mauricio Pereira, Ivan Angulo, and Duncan Maguire, the striker. It's all Miami tonight. What's your score prediction for Miami versus Orlando? Miami 3-1. Inter Miami wins 3-1. That's my prediction. Miami wins 3-1. The Florida Derby to start off the League's Cup round of 32. This is going to be good. It's worth the wait. I can tell you that much. And we're ready to go. Do you think Norway's hot and aerial set piece game will be a problem for Japan? No, I don't think so. I think Japan has so much quality that, yeah, Norway will probably get a goal. I think Japan will still win 4-1. I think Japan has so much quality that I don't think it really matters. It may make it a game where they can't get a clean sheet, but that is what it is. Are you going to cover Man City versus Arsenal in the FA Community Shield? No, but I will do the Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup. Cincy versus Nashville predictions. Cincinnati 3-2. 3-2 Cincinnati. I know defensively it probably should be closer, but I'd say it's a 1-goal win. Comunicaciones 2, Real España 1 in the second half. Well. That surprises me. 3 minutes till the players walk out. Super Cup will be interesting because City has lost some key players, but also look to be getting Vardiol. Yeah, that's the interesting part, but they should be beating Sevilla anyway. I don't think there's a chance that they don't. Starts in Jamaica, woman soccer team holding a draw against Brazil. That was a big performance for them. Juventus and Real Madrid are playing in Florida in the Florida Cup. They just started that? I thought it was earlier. How we doing, Red Bull Insider? I guess they must be playing in Orlando. Mahrez and Gundogan are great servants for Man City. I agree with that. I still believe Man City will win 7-0 against Sevilla. I think that's a little bit too much, but still. Drake Callender, Noah Allen, Kamal Miller, Sergei Kritsov, DeAndre Yedlin, Benjamin Kromashki, Sergio Busquets, Dixon Arroyo, Robert Taylor, Joseph Martinez and Lionel Messi, starting 11 for Miami. 2-1 Juventus. Okay. Jordi Alba's on the bench. Leo Campana is on the bench. I can't wait for the Hudson River Derby tomorrow. I will be covering that, don't worry. And I don't think anything will change when it starts. Starting 11 for Orlando, Pedro Gallese. The back four, Rafael Santos, Robin Jansen, Antonio Carlos, Kyle Smith, Walter Cartagena, Cesar Araujo, Ivan Angulo, Mauricio Pereira, Facundo Torres, and Duncan McGuire for Orlando City. On the bench, Kata, Petrasso, Dagger Dan Thorhalson, Ramiro Enrique on the bench. Wait, Felipe. Orlando has Felipe now? Is that the Felipe who's been around the league? Or is that a different Felipe? Felipe Martins. That's got to be the same Felipe who's been around the league. And they didn't play him against Toronto? Huh. Four minutes to kick off. Think LA Galaxy can make a comeback? No. No, they're finished. Maybe they could have somewhat of a run in Leagues Cup, but let's see who they play. Oh, wait, they didn't even make it. Yeah, Vancouver. Sorry, Vancouver. Vancouver got over them. My bad. I always forget about Vancouver because they're mid. Yeah, no. Galaxy's not coming back. They're done. Just like Toronto is. I saw it. That was a gut-wrenching play to watch, and I feel sorry for both guys. I do. How do you think Leon will do against RSL? They'll win. I don't think it'll be that hard of a win. I still think like 3-1, 4-2. Yeah, RSL's going to score goals, but I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why Leon wouldn't win. Galaxy's in the dumpster. I agree. Never seen a knee turn inside out like that. Will Chucky Lozano sign with LAFC? I bet he will. I think. Well, they only have a couple of hours, but it'll be tight, but I'd say 50-50 with the fact there's only like 4 hours left, but of the window. Apple TV no free. Apple TV. Yeah, that was painful to watch. Wonder what LAFC will look like with Chucky Lozano. They might actually be better. Klopp want UEFA and FIFA to do something about the Saudis' money in football. They should, frankly. They should, frankly. I mean, he's got a point. Game's about to start. They didn't even show the walkout. That's remember, this is the only one I'm covering tonight, thanks to the rain delay. Or finally out of the Gila Tech rain delay. 9 to 12 months for the recovery from the broken leg. Yeah, that sounds about normal or right for that type of injury. Yeah. We about to start. Miami wearing pink, Orlando wearing their purple. Here we go. And we're off. Joseph to kick off, and we go. Busquets plays it back. Miami and Orlando are up, and we're off. DeAndre Yedlin. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick from Miami. Kritsov gets the free kick. McGuire fouls him. There we go. Playing forward. Back to calendar. "35 seconds in. Settle. 0-0. Miami wearing pink. Orlando wearing purple." Let's make sure. I think it does go to extra time if it's tied after 90 now that it's now it's the knockouts. 1 minute in. Oh, so no, after 90 minutes, we go straight to a penalty shootout. Again, in the knockout stage, we still go to a penalty shootout right after 90 in the knockouts as well. Mega Millions is 1.2 billion this Friday. I thought somebody just won the Mega Millions. I don't know, maybe. I thought somebody just won it. But no, we go in the knockout stage, it's still straight to penalties. Huh, interesting. Huh. Oh, ain't that something? Corner. I don't really like that, to be honest. Well, there you go. Yeah, half that jackpot goes to federals and state. Yeah. Taxation is theft. Ivan Bartone's the ref. Yeah, good luck. Saved by calendar. Ivan Bartone's going to steal from you like the government steals taxes from people. Steals from people with taxes. Playing forward, Yedlin. The knockout stage matches will be based on the criteria of direct elimination in a single match. Therefore, if the score is tied at the end of 90 minutes of regular time, the match winner will be determined by a penalty kick shootout. So we're going straight to penalties after 90 if it's tied for the whole knockout stage. Not even the final. Even the final. Fourth minute. Jordi Alba, will he succeed in MLS? I think he will. Yeah, I think he will. Fourth minute, playing forward, Yedlin. Arroyo. Back to Kritsov. Kamal Miller. Playing forward, 0-0. Settle. Fourth minute. Sucks that Miami never got Suarez. They'll get him at the start of the season. Or they'll get him for the start of next season. Just wait. Plays out the year at Grêmio, then he goes up to Miami. I'd put my money on it. Messi plays it forward. Nice play. Nice. Plays back to Kromashki. Kromashki to Joseph. Kromashki to Messi. Messi to Joseph. Joseph! Saved! Saved by Gaese. Cleared by Orlando. Miami just finds their way through. Joseph took a banger of a shot there. I thought maybe. Still 0-0 down in Dallas and Mazatlan. Or Dallas and Houston, I should say. For Mazatlan and Pachuca. I've been watching. Hate to see Canada go out. Saved by Gaese. Brazil going out, sad. Even though Jamaica went through. Still sad to see Brazil go out and Marta end her career the way that happened. I mean, it would be hypocritical of me to say that it wasn't sad. If Marta went out the same way Christine Sinclair did, it would be hypocritical for me to say it's sad for one and not the other. The USA looked like crap. I bet he was. As they should be. Playing forward, Kromashki couldn't get to it. Allen, 6th minute. I could only imagine. Carlos Vela says Leagues Cup's unfair to Liga MX because all the games are in the U.S. Like, he's not wrong, but why would you say that? You're playing for an MLS team. I get that Vela's Mexican, but he plays for an MLS team. Why would he basically say, yeah, if LAFC wins this tournament, we were definitely favored? Like, that's pretty much what he just did. Goal for Miami, playing forward here. Busquets. Kromashki. Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor to Messi. Messi! Goal! 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 Goal de Miami! Goal de Messi! 1-0! What a play! Just volleys it over. Pedro Gaese. Man, it's too good for this league. Robert Taylor with the assist. Lionel Messi again for Miami. You just knew 4 goals in 3 games. 1-0. Miami. 1-0. Kromashki to Robert Taylor. Then Robert Taylor plays it into Messi over the top, and he just pops it in. Sets up his own volley in close range, just pops it top bins. What can't Messi do? Boom! Over Gaese. He had him beat. Onside. Sets up his own volley from close range. I mean, you can't not. Amazing, Lionel Messi. Take a bow. Lionel Messi is going to mess around and win the Golden Boot in MLS this year, isn't he? I mean, I know Leagues Cup goals don't count, but they still have 10 games left. I mean, he's going to mess around and win Golden Boot, isn't he? And maybe mess around and win MVP. Messi! Could this be 2? Crosses into Joseph. Joseph Martinez. Back to Messi. 1-0, 1-0. Arroyo. Yedlin cross. Puts it wide, but there's still a position here. Messi, the rising tide lifts all ships, I should say. This is a different Miami than it was 3 weeks ago. As soon as Messi came in, this is just Benjamin Kromashki brought down. No free kick. There's a reason I said Miami was going to the final. America's different gravy. I don't care if Messi gets to the final. He might single-handedly help Miami lose 3-2 instead of 3-0. But Miami is still losing to America. Is it the Taylor Messi show in Miami? It looks like it is. Robert Taylor, the second best player on Miami, is not Joseph Martinez. It's not Sergio Busquets. It's not Jordi Alba. It's not Farias or Arias or Aviles. No, it's Robert Taylor. Can you even bench Robert Taylor at this point is the question. I don't think you can. Like, until he falls off form-wise, like for 2 games, you can't bench him. Even if you're getting Aviles and Farias, you can't. 1-0, 1-0 Miami. Cross. Good clearance. 10th minute. Miami stars got a couple of chances, or Orlando just got a good chance there. Was America's huge loss a fluke? Yes. Yes, it was. They were testing some things. Messi scores for Miami. What a goal. What a goal. 10th minute. I'm glad I'm doing this game overall instead of just waiting for LA or basically going halfway. Araujo cleared. th minute, Kamal Miller clears that for a corner. In the 11th minute, we're into the round of 32. We'll see 4 teams through at the end of the night. Inter Miami on the precipice. I wouldn't say the precipice already, but they definitely could be if they have the lead at the half. Pereira, cross, headed away. Miami's only allowed 1 goal. From now on, if a game's tied after 90, nope, it's penalties, straight on. It will not go to extra time. It is still straight to penalties. So if this was to be tied, we would go to a shootout. Just like the group stage. Go look up the regulations of the Leagues Cup PDF. It says a penalty kick procedure, which is a penalty kick shootout. It will not have any extra time. I know I'm shocked too, but I checked. Just to make sure. And no, it's a shootout. Straight to a shootout if it's tied after 90 throughout the rest of the tournaments the whole time. Which, I mean, if you're playing every 3 or 4 days, I mean, that sort of makes sense. I mean, why would you play 120 minutes? I think playing 120 minutes, especially the other team that you're going to play doesn't, is sort of a, what's the word? Disadvantage. 0-0. Watchalong looks ridiculous. 39th minute, I told you. Oh, yeah, they started at 8, didn't they? Twelfth minute. Yedlin plays it back. Kromashki plays forward. Busquets to Messi. Messi still making the run. Cartagena can't bring him down. That's a free kick. Orlando's going to suffer against Miami until 2025. Probably longer. I think that's a little bit underselling it. Walter Cartagena couldn't bring Messi down. And he's got at least half a foot on him? Probably stronger too. Nice play, Yedlin. DeAndre Yedlin plays it to Martinez. Joseph! Over the bar. Into the crowd. Joseph Martinez puts it into the crowd. Kromashki. Good switch of play, though. This is the... should they make the round of 16 through final 3rd place include extra time? I understand why they did it in the group stage and why they're doing it for round of 32, but why can't they include it after? Because I think at the knockout stage, that's when it's fair to change the rules. But if you're doing that 1 round in, you shouldn't. That's not fair. So I get that it is what it is. But I think it's right to be what it is the whole time. Like, if you're going to keep it a penalty shootout in the round of 32, it has to stay just straight to shootout for the rest of the tournament. So, and if you remember correctly, if the CCL ties are tied on aggregate till from the round of 16 to the semifinals, which I think the preliminary round would be the same unless they're changing the rules again. If it's tied, they go to penalties after 180 minutes on 2 games. The final has an extra time if need be, which maybe in the final, if the CCL does it, the Concacaf Champions does it, you could. I think when it comes to the final, maybe that should have extra time no matter what, but I guess they want to make it easy. Herc's going to be right. Messi's going to break MLS records. Messi is going to win the Golden Boot this year. I mean, he's going to mess around and win the Golden Boot. He scored a goal per game. Scored, 1.2 goals per game, 4 goals out of 3 matches, 1 goal, then 1.34 goals per game for Messi. That's going to go out for a corner for Orlando in the 16th minute. I'm not good at math, but I think I did that right, didn't I? .33 repeating goals per game so far. If he hits 6, goal Orlando. Short corner taken. Angulo shot. Shot in, goal. 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 Cesar Rajo with a rebound. Cesar Rajo pots home the rebound. Nobody was covering him. Off the corner. It's 1-1. 1-1. Cesar Rajo. I did say still had defensive problems. And it hit Calendar's arm, too. Under 3. No, this is going over. Don't worry. This is going over. Boom. Cesar Rajo gets the rebound. Nobody's covering. Calendar almost makes the save, but it goes in through his legs. And nobody got a foot to it. The U.S. women's national team should have lost. 17th minute, 10 minutes later, it's 1-1, 1-1. Cesar Rajo puts away the rebound. Is Jordi Alba playing? He's on the bench, but he should play at some point tonight. Busquets. I'd say Miami's a slightly better team, but Orlando's had their moments. Miami's looked a little bit shaky defensively tonight. 3-1 Cremas, ridiculous goal. The player of the match for the women's U.S. team was the post. Exactly. If that ball was inches to the left or just inches in, it would have been the U.S. is out. Orlando reaction's pretty good. I don't think the U.S. women's national team will make the semis. You're right. Like, they are not getting past the quarterfinals. If they get past Sweden, they'll be lucky to do that. Japan will rip them apart. Japan will rip the USA apart if they get past Sweden. Trust me. The U.S. making the semis would be a pipe dream unless they play the best football they've played in 2-3 years. What do you think of the Colombian Caicedo who plays for Real Madrid? Linda Caicedo on the Colombian women's team, warrior. Just a warrior of a player, a warrior of a person, tough. I have all the respect in the world for Linda Caicedo. Good player, warrior. That's what I think. Great player, a warrior. All my respect. All my respect. Amazing player. She did, yeah. She's only, what, 18, 19 now? Playing at Real Madrid. Played a game after collapsing at training. Beat ovarian cancer. Warrior. Just a great player, but also just a warrior. That earned my respect. I should say has my respect, but you get my point. Caicedo has my respect wholeheartedly. If there were more players with the heart of Linda Caicedo, we'd have a lot of tough footballers in this world. I wish a lot of footballers were that tough, to be honest, you know? Messi. Exactly. How we doing, Hans? Everyone is catching up to the U.S. women's national team, yes. Well, they could get worse, but the world is catching up. Yellow card for Lionel Messi. Messi got a yellow card. Oh, boy. Got to be careful. Do you consider taking him out? Wolverhampton Wanderers are my son's club. I agree. Raul has not been the same since the head injury. Yeah, he hasn't. And it's sad to see, but Orlando has a chance here. Facundo Torres, Maguire saved by Callender in the 21st minute. Even Carly Lloyd was criticizing the women's national team, saying the fact they had the nerve to smile and laugh and dance. You don't deserve to celebrate. You barely got through. I agree. And then the fans made Carly Lloyd apologize for saying that. Or at least add context to the situation, which was just stupid. Like, I've never heard of any pundit who's been forced to apologize by the fan base when they call the team for what they are. Like, it seems like the U.S. women's national team fans are just absolutely, easily offended. Yeah, we'll go with it. Easily offended. I've never seen the Canadian women's fans complain about the criticisms of the team and the federation because the team deserves it, especially right now. And the federation always deserved it. I've never seen really any football fans complain about the criticism a team has gotten. Who's better, Bacala or Vlatko? At least Vlatko has won. Well, he did win a Concacaf Women's Championship. He's won NWSL. He was good in NWSL. I'd say Vlatko now. Exactly. Carly Lloyd had every right to say what she said about the U.S. team. She did. The fans got pressed. They got offended. For what reason? I don't know. Are you blind? Good defensive play by Torres. I mean, you mean penalties? You have a feeling this will go to penalties? If you don't think that, you're reading the room wrong, or you're just an apologist for the national team because they've won 2 straight World Cups, and you still think they can go for the three-peat. Either way, Kromashki keeps it in. Good job, Benjamin Kromashki. Wow. It's straight to penalties. Megan Rapinoe has lost it. So, like, Megan Rapinoe was a damn good player. Megan Rapinoe has definitely lost a step, okay? That's just facts. Like, you should be giving players like Germa a chance. Sophia Smith, Thompson. Megan Rapinoe has lost a step. Point blank, period. I can admit, great player. In her day, great player. She's washed. So. Go straight to penalties in the final. This tournament should not be taken seriously. It's straight to penalties the whole time. Straight to penalties the whole time. Not even the final has extra time, which it should. But if Concacaf does it, I guess maybe it's the turnaround. Like you're playing every 3 days. I guess it's the fact they're playing every 3 days. Like that's my best guess. 25th minute, that's why. They're playing every 3 days. And I guess playing 120 minutes and then resting 3 days is just not enough. 25th minute. Why is Concacaf like this? They just are. Under 3.5. No, it's going over. Wasn't the World Cup like that, though? No, I don't think it was ever like that. I think straight to penalties has been a post-COVID thing. Oh! Slips. Angulo over the bar. I think straight to penalties was a post-COVID invention. Or at least a actual match post-scored 1-1, uno. I think straight to penalties has been a post-COVID invention, at least for actual matches. I mean, of course, in preseason, they went straight to penalties. But to actually be used in an actual competitive match, I think that was a post-COVID thing. Cross in. Header. Cleared. '27th minute. No, probably not. Final should have extra time. I agree with that. Who's going to win the Women's World Cup? Japan. Japan. At this point, it's got to be Japan, which I'll be happy with that. But header. Straight to Calendar. He picks it up. Be a goal kick in the 28th minute. Is Messi undefeated? At Miami, yes. Plays forward. Oh, chips it over the top. Nope. Smith gets there first. 28th minute. Dallas Mazatlan is still 0-0. The winner of this game plays Mazatlan or Dallas. Houston or Pachuca, or Houston and Pachuca is 0-0. LAFC Juarez has not started yet, but sadly can't cover that tonight. Who gives him his first L? I have no idea. So, or America, there we go. Club America in the final. Club America, there we go. That gives him his first L. First MLS League L? I have no idea. Zero. Let's see. Or, well, we could have just done that. But okay. In the league, who did they play? Playing forward here. MLS, they play Charlotte, Cincinnati, Red Bulls, Nashville. Nashville could. Miami, Orlando. Wait, fixtures. There we go. LAFC. LAFC definitely could. Sporting KC, Atlanta, Toronto, Orlando. NYCFC, Chicago, Cincinnati, and Charlotte. And they also play Cincinnati in the Open Cup. Same amount. Yes, it's pretty much 3 days per game. I bet he doesn't. 30th minute, 1-1, uno. 33 likes. That's crazy. 33 likes. 30th minute. Tata Martino isn't happy. Do you see Inter versus Cruz Azul rematch next round? The winner of this game plays the winner of Mazatlan Dallas. You mean the quarterfinal? No. Charlotte will beat Cruz Azul. Houston will beat Pachuca. Houston will beat Charlotte. It'll be Miami, Charlotte, the quarterfinal. Or Miami, Houston in the quarterfinal, I should say. '30th minute. Juve winning Serie A. No, they won't. Infantino didn't like the Leagues Cup rule. I bet he didn't. It's the only thing I think. Yeah. I bet he has. If I'm being completely honest, I bet he has. Just guessing on how FIFA used to be before he became the president, yeah. Joseph, Messi. Oh, past the post. Messi, inches away from bringing the lead back. Damn, he's so good. Messi is so damn good. I mean, Messi off the post, inches away from bringing the lead back to Miami. Inches away. Smith doesn't get a touch to it. Messi thought he had that. You could just see it on his face. He's realizing sometimes it may not go his way. Exactly. Juventus is not winning Serie A because we got Lazio because they got Tati. Tati Castellanos is better than Ciro Immobile. They actually have a striker now. Even though Ciro Immobile was always good for Lazio, it was the Azzurri. But still, Napoli takes all Italian trophies. If Spalletti stayed, they would have. Yeah, Infantino kind of reminds me of Gru. You have a point. You know, I never thought of that, but I agree. I mean, mid. He has been sort of invisible, I got to say, so far. 32nd minute. I have to say, I agree. But if they still had Spalletti, Napoli would win all the Italian trophies. Problem is they don't have Spalletti no more. He left, taking a sabbatical. So, I don't think they will. They still have Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen for now, which I guess means they still could free kick, but the coaching is going to be different. I think Lazio, AC Milan, Roma are going to be really in the race. I think those Inter Milan, AC Milan, Roma, and Lazio will be the top 4 this year in Serie A. No particular order, but they'll be on a title race. I think all of them will be in the title race when it comes to the top 4. I think Napoli finishes 5th. I think Atalanta finishes 6th. Juve 7th. 33rd minute. Juve won't be near the title race. They're not. If they fired Allegri, maybe, but Allegri is a football terrorist. They're not winning the league. .34th minute. .34th minute. 1-1, uno. Kremashki. Kritsov. Sergio Busquets plays forward. Plays up to Arroyo. Miller to Arroyo. Arroyo plays it long. Yedlin gets there. DeAndre Yedlin plays it back. Tati Castellanos will score 17 to 20 goals in Serie A. That's my guess. It's from 17 to 20. Who's the best Italian coach? Ancelotti of all time? Yeah, it's Ancelotti. Yes, it is Carlo Ancelotti. Yes. I think Antonio Conte is up there, at least in the current crop. I think Mancini's a joke. I like Maurizio Sarri, but that's just because I like Maurizio Sarri. Messi wins the ball. Oh my, Messi. Joseph puts out for a goal kick. Wonder what Canada would have been like if they had Carlo Ancelotti. They'd be winning games. I don't care what roster they have, they would be winning games. They would have been Nations League champions had they replaced Herdman after the World Cup with Carlo Ancelotti. Well, Ancelotti would have still been at Madrid. That's the problem. But he would. Who knows? Maybe he would have came down a year earlier instead of waiting till the end of 2024 for Brazil. Hmm. 36th minute. 36th minute. 1-1, 1-1. Less than 10 minutes to go before stoppage time. Was it Pirlo shit show coaching Juve? Yes. Pirlo was a horrible coach at Juve. It's kind of like what Chelsea did to Lampard, except Lampard was actually better and lasted a bit longer. Saudi got ran out of town twice in 2 successive seasons. It was like so sad. And Maurizio Sarri, guess what? He won the damn league with Juventus and they ran him out of town. What are you doing? Maurizio Sarri gets absolutely disrespected. I'm glad Lazio, he's able to build something there. I wish it was Toronto, but, you know, it is what it is. 37th minute. Thirty-seventh minute. One, uno. Playing forward, Kritsov, Arroyo. Come on, Miller. Oh, Messi from Kremashki. Messi. Still Messi. Already thinking about next year's Leagues Cup. Hope Toronto does a better job there than here. Nice play. Messi plays it to Yedlin. Yedlin has some room to cross the ball. Header missed. Or the ball wasn't crossed well before that header. Allen chasing. Robert Taylor chasing. Kremashki. Oh. So good. 39th minute. Kremashki. Arroyo plays it forward for Joseph Martinez. Back to Busquets. Busquets gives it away. Jesus Lord, that was a horrible pass. Will there still be Leagues Cup in 25-26? Yes. Angulo. McGuire, cross. Cleared for a corner. Comunicaciones 3-1 full time. Okay. 39th minute. '40th minute. And Independiente's playing Olympia very, very soon, right? I agree. I hope Liga MX MLS All-Stars happens right before the next League's Cup. I think that would be smart. As I said, I think it would be smart. I think this one counts would be a perfect, especially adding the this one counts mentality to it. I think it would be great. Would they do it? I don't know, but that's just my idea. At least do the Liga MX MLS All-Star game, but I think you should add the this one counts mentality to it. But still. Second half start between Pachuca and Houston and Dallas Mazatlan. Okay. 41st minute. Plays forward. Shot. Save. That's got to be a corner. Both 0-0. Yep. The young prospect Buffon retired. Sad day. The two best goalkeepers of my childhood are finally fully retired. Julio Cesar and Gianluigi Buffon. Dallas fouled a player, so a penalty for Mazatlan. Huh. Well, that's something. Doesn't look like it is. Wow. What do you mean doesn't look like it is? Like they're checking it, not giving it, or is it a BS penalty that Mazapan is getting? MLS All-Stars versus Boca Juniors. I'd rather that than European game, to be honest. Dallas score. Dallas scores. 1-0 Dallas. Sergio Busquets. $1-0 Dallas. They're winning. 42nd minute. MLS versus All-Stars with River Plate would be better. I heard that the Mexican national team want to play some Central or South American teams like Boca and River. But Lucas Hansen plays for Boca. That would be nice to see him play the MLS All-Stars. Not that anybody on the All-Star team would have played with him at Toronto. But still, be nice to root for him at least. The Euros are next year, I know. Dallas should be winning that game anyway. I agree. If Dallas wins and Miami wins, Dallas would host the round of 16 tie between Miami and Dallas because of their season standings. Dallas were better last year? Huh. Glad to see Ibrahimovic and Buffon, two young prospects, retire so early in their career. They still had about 20 to 30 years left in their career. Ironically enough, they probably could have if they wanted to. 43rd minute. Messi. Oh, foul, free kick. You don't want to give a free kick that close. You don't want to do that. And Orlando knows. They just screwed up. Velasco scored a penalty the 48th minute. It's 1-0 Dallas. Free kick Miami. You don't want to give a free kick that close. You know what happens next. You know what happens next. I don't think Messi had a free kick that close at the top of the box in the last game, but you know what happens next. I'm not even going to look for a spoiler. We're going to see this happen and then, well, Messi setting up for the free kick. '44th minute. You do realize this is Messi. I think anything you do will not help Pedro. Free kick, 44th minute. Messi. Messi steps up, takes the shot, save! Save by Yepez. Wow. Still a corner, though, but Yepez with a big save. I mean, Messi had that diving in. I mean, it could have went in had Yepez not gotten there. Corner. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Into the 45th minute. 1-1, 1-1. Corner for Miami. Cross in. Headed away. Bad giveaway to Pereira. Angulo. Duncan McGuire, but he gets defended away. Kremashki. Messi. They just let him frickin'... And there's a free kick. Now, I thought that was a good shot, then a good save. I mean... You know what? Yeah, the fix is in. 47th minute, a free kick to end the half. Florida Derby's getting heated. I think the fix is in. Messi absolutely freaking just pushed a guy off him, and that's not a foul. Smith gets a yellow. Free kick. This should be the last action of the half. 1-1, 1-1. They'll let them play it through. Busquets. Will they try to go for goal? They're going to let him try to go for goal. Kremashki. Shot past the post. When Jordi Alba joining? He's on the bench right now. He could play tonight. And it's halftime. Halftime, 1-1. Miedo tiempo. 1-1. Another 45 to go and possibly a penalty shootout. Rob Van Dam is all elite. He went to AEW. Hell. Oh, it's because Jungle Boy wants to wrestle an ECW legend. Yep, that's why Rob Van Dam is there. I remember reading that. 1-1 at the half. 1-1. Dallas is beating Mazatlan as of now, which means we could see Mazatlan, Dallas versus Miami if Miami ends up winning. Dynamo Pachuca as well. Still 0-0. They could be easily going to penalties as well. With that being said, we'll take a short break, talk about the stats of the half, have another 45 minutes to go, and then review this game. And then once that's done, I'll watch like the second half of LAFC Juarez. Then watch the highlights of the other two. Because I got to talk about all of them. Busquets isn't good at penalties. We'll find out. With that being said, Santana will be back. Take a short break. 1-1. Uno at the half. Sit tight. Montano scores the equalizer. We're back for the stats at the half. 72% possession at 28% possession, 7 shots to 5. 353 accurate passes, 91% to 115, 79%, 4 fouls to 9, 2 offside to 1, 1 yellow card, 1 corner to 4. 7 shots to 5, 3 shots on goal to 3, 390 passes to 146, 3 throws to 10, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 1-1, uno at the half. I still think Miami's been the better team. Another offside for Dallas. I think Miami's been the better team. I still think Miami's been the better team. They've been the most dominant team. They deserve to at least have the lead. I think they should have the lead. I think it being a draw is favoring Orlando or flattering Orlando for now. I think Miami is just so much more than slightly better. They've dominated this game. I think it's sad they're down. I think it's sad that they're down, to be honest. I think they easily should be winning this game. The fact they're not is a total shock, to be honest. The way Dallas is choking. I bet so. It's a Mazapan, just like they are in the league. Why does Dallas do this? It's like, you're better than Mazapan. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just like their Texas brethren, Dallas is choking to Mazapan too. I knew Austin could. I expected better from you, Dallas. So I guess what? The semifinal, I guess the quarterfinal is going to be Mazapan versus Houston somehow. And they're going to beat Houston too. And then Mazapan's going to take a friendly against San Antonio and beat them. Just become the Texas Killers. As you can tell, I do read the Liga MX Reddit. I do. But again, Miami deserves to be winning this match. I think the draw is flattering Orlando, to be completely honest. But again, waiting for the second half to start. But waiting for the second half to start. I was looking at the computer. I don't know. I was trying to find some and then I don't. Yeah. And then I got caught up in reading some. I didn't find what I wanted to find. I forgot what I wanted to find, but I didn't find it. Save that for later. That is interesting. I agree. I don't really like the buys in Leagues Cup. I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of stupid, but if it's an uneven tournament, you know, it is what it is. How's Houston doing? Still, I think as far as I know, it's still 0-0. Yep, still 0-0 in Houston and Pachuca, which sounds about right. Sounds about right. We could have 3 straight penalty shootouts. How weird is that? Because Houston has more possession than Pachuca. That doesn't surprise me. Now, that don't surprise me. I told you. Houston would give them hell. Just like they did Motagua. Just like Pachuca did Motagua. Discredit Houston at your own peril. Mazatlan is tied 1-1. Yep. You said that about like 10 minutes ago. Another 45 minutes here. OG for Dallas. Of course. So, you know what I just realized? The Leagues Cup, technically, the semifinals are the champions of each geographical region. Dallas without Pepe sucks. No, they were good last year and they didn't have him, so. If you think about it, it's sort of like the college basketball national championship or the March Madness tournament. Each semifinalist is a regional champion. So technically it's a Final Four type thing. They still got Ferreira. Ferreira needs to think of Mazatlan as a Caribbean team if they want to do good. Second half's about to start. Again, the winner of this game plays Mazatlan or Dallas. Florida State to leave the ACC. That don't surprise me. What about Clemson? Dallas ghosting. Did my comment get deleted for saying the ref is suspicious? I didn't even know you said anything, to be honest. So Florida State's the SEC. Yeah, I would think so. Clemson not yet. They said nothing yet. Messi coming out and Miami coming out for the second half here. Will he put on Jordi Alba at the half? We'll find out. And Orlando kicks off the second half. It is 1-1, 1-1. Miami should be winning, but it's a draw. Will that change? Calendar picks it up. That'll be a goal kick. You know Messi's going to be the focus of attention. You know that's the case. Like, why wouldn't he be? I mean, I get. Long ball, Torres, caught by Calendar. What's happened with West Ham? They've been bad on preseason. They just lost to Rennes 3-1. No, Messi's still on. Messi is still on the pitch. Bad giveaway. You can see him right there. Good clearance. Orlando start on the front foot this half, which sort of surprises me. Who has the most chance to win in penalties, Mazatlan or Dallas? I'd say Dallas has the more quality players in a penalty shootout. I think Martin Paz is the better goalkeeper. I think Dallas has the better players at penalties when they play their best 11. So, what minute do you want? I'm on the 46th minute, 46:27. That's where I'm at. 1-1, 1-1. Goal kick for Calendar. Miami has been on the back foot since this half has started. Orlando's had a really good start to this half. $45.04. That's crazy. Huh. Interesting. Thought Mob's on 46.41, so I'm ahead of Thought Mob right now. Allen plays it to Arroyo. Busquets plays it to Messi. Messi against Angulo. Messi against Arroyo. Stream is so behind. Guess that's why it's bad that you don't have Apple TV. Robert Taylor. Kromashki plays on. Brought down. Penalty. Penalty. Para Miami. Yellow card for Antonio Carlos. Messi golazo. Primer tiempo. LAFC Juarez started. Penalty para Miami. Kremashki plays it on. Joseph brought down in the box. They probably will. I mean, they did last time. They say penalty. He did get pulled down. But is it enough? I mean, they could check, but as of now, it's a penalty. Antonio Carlos gets a yellow card. He did pull him. That was a dog, so it's not like he fell. I could understand, but if it's a penalty, Messi's going to take it. Messi's going to take it if it's a penalty. '50th minute. Not enough to overturn it. I think it's that gray area. Dallas scored. Good. Robert Taylor. They're going to let Robert Taylor take the penalty. That's a bad idea. Or Joseph Martinez. Okay. It's Joseph. Ansha for Dallas 2-1. So Dallas leading. Joseph Martinez to take the penalty in the 50th minute to put Miami up. Joseph, shot, goal, 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 goal de Miami, goal de Joseph, 2-0. Joseph Martinez scores the penalty, a stutter step, and puts it the opposite way of Pedro Gallese. In the 50th minute, 2-1. He earned the penalty and he took the penalty. He didn't even jump this time. It's offside. So Dallas is offside. Damn. Dallas offside. Miami still scored, though. Joseph does the Dragon Ball celebration. 51st minute, Joseph Martinez scores the penalty. They're talking about Dallas, Winvo. Now, if Miami just holds on, that would be great. Miami has their rightful lead. Let's see. Header. Headed away, Miami. Trying to get the ball back. Over the top. Cartagena plays it to Callender. Save. They still say 2-1. Nope. They still say it's 2-1 for Dallas. Hold on. Bot Mom still says 2-1 for Dallas. Still 2-1 on Google as well. 52nd minute. Oh, lol. So it's still 2-1 for Dallas. Ansa scored. Ferreira, the 74th? That was Ansa. Ansa had the header, that's why. So 2-1 for both Dallas and Miami. Oh. They say Ferreira, but Martinez in the 51st. Miami has 2. It's 2-1. They basically segregated Liga MX teams today. All jobber Mexican teams play tomorrow and Friday. The top car Mexican teams play. This is the play Joseph found that space. That's what offside could have been. Fair. But he also got pulled down. Like, let's be honest, that was soft. I mean, the referees probably definitely wanted to give Miami that one. If it was anybody else, they would have went to VAR, probably. I think the fix probably is in, to be honest, but well, Joseph earned it. It's not like somebody else earned it. If Messi earned it, he would have taken it. But Joseph, to me personally, if you get fouled, Pachuca's playing with a reserve squad. I think it was a soft penalty. It was a soft penalty. It could have been offside too. I think anybody else, they would have went to VAR and probably taken it away. I think the fix may be in slightly. Pachuca's playing with a reserve squad. Doubt Houston at your own peril. You did it against Motagua. You're doing it now. So, yeah, if Pachuca's playing with a reserve squad, Houston's going to get some at some point. If not, win on penalties. But you know what? I still think Houston will get it done. Houston's actually a really good team on penalties. So, if they're playing a reserve squad, I like Houston's chances on penalties. Why is there is VAR, they just didn't check it. There is VAR, they just didn't check it. 55th minute. Free kick for Miami. 55th minute. There is a stoppage of play. I guess there's a free kick somewhere. Whether that be Miami or Orlando's, I'm not totally sure, but Orlando free kick, actually. 55th minute. Dos a uno. Orlando still had the better half so far. That is something, though. Orlando is definitely really trying to at least, well, now get back into the game, but they were trying to take the lead pretty early in this half. Now they're trying to get back into the game. Again, if it's tied after 90, we go to penalties. 56th minute. Speaking of Fox Sports games. I think Juarez is the one who's on Fox Sports. No. 10 minutes in, 0-0 between LA and Juarez. Lucas Diorio went to Pachuca? Huh. What the hell did that happen? Free kick for Orlando, 56th minute. Huh. Looks like Houston, Pachuca will probably go to penalties. Mazatlan, Dallas. It's 2-1. LA just started. Dallas should be winning. I agree. But they did pull off Bassi, Carrasquilla. Houston did pull off some of their better players. When did Diorio go to Pachuca? Header. Cleared. Good. That's a foul. Yep, free kick for Miami. Messi clattered. Yellow card. Yep, this game's getting chippy. This game is getting chippy. Somebody update me on the Houston penalty shootout if it goes to a shootout, please. Like, live. Somebody update me on that if it goes to it. If Houston goes to a shootout, somebody keep me up to the minute, okay? Is Dallas winning? Yep, 2-1 Dallas. 2-1 Dallas. Pereira gets a yellow. Miami 2-1, Dallas 2-1. Houston is drawing Pachuca. LA just started 10 minutes ago, and they're drawing Juarez. I had Miami, Dallas, Houston, and LAFC winning today to start off the round of 32. Then 12 more teams to move on. Oh, no. Messi's down. Oh, no. I hope Messi gets back up and keeps playing. 58th minute. Ramiro Enrique's coming on for Duncan McGuire. No subs for Miami yet, at least. And Dagger Dan Thorhalson. Yep, Dagger Dan Thorhalson's coming on for Smith. So Ramiro Enrique for Duncan McGuire, Dagger Dan Thorhalson for Kyle Smith. Oh, snap. I don't like the look of Messi being down like he is. He's up, though. Messi's up, though. I guess he felt some in his jaw, but he's up. Messi is up. I don't care. He's the GOAT. He can play with an injured jaw. He's up. Fiddling with his jaw, but he can play. He can play. 59th minute. Of course Messi's going to play. Kromashki loses the ball, but he keeps it. Kromashki, what a play. Messi already up and playing. Robert Taylor. Cross. Messi. Kromashki, is he on? Kromashki. Joseph, handball. That's got to be a handball. Given away. That's got to be. No, there's no way that wasn't a handball. 60th minute, 2-1, Dosa Uno. There is no way that wasn't a handball. I guess ball to hand. But didn't they take that away? Like, didn't the ball to hand thing be taken away in the new rules? Oh, wait, we're still technically on the old rules. I think that was yeah. We don't get the new rules till February, yeah. That's the way MLS works. We don't get the new rules of the game till February, even if they change them in the summer. Dallas winning 2-1. The winner of this game plays Dallas. As of now, be Miami and Dallas in the round of 16 in Dallas. Does Toyota Stadium have grass? Jordi Alba is about to come on for Miami. Jordi Alba coming on for Miami. Noah Allen. It's out for Orlando throw. Why didn't Messi take the penalty kick? Because Joseph is really good at penalties. Besides, maybe Messi believes if you earn the penalty, you should take the penalty. Think that's Victor Ulloa coming on? Robert Taylor. Free kick for Miami or Orlando. Angulo is down. Free kick for Orlando. 62nd minute. It was a soft penalty, yes. Pereira to take this free kick. 62nd minute. Yeah, Hudson River Derbies tomorrow. I'll be covering that one as my early match, and I think it won't. I don't think a rain delay would happen again. Cross. But, again, it's a game that if there was a rain delay, I'm definitely doing that over the early or the late game. Gomez for Kromashki. Gomez for Kromashki is the sub. And Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba for Noah Allen. Messi scored, and then Martinez got the leading goal. It's 2-1 Miami. There's Jordi warming up. He's about to come in. Noah Allen is off, and Kromashki is off. Gomez and Jordi Alba are coming on. 63rd minute. Bad giveaway. Arroyo. Gomez. Messi scored the 7th minute. Joseph scored the penalty to get the lead back. 34th minute. Nice block. That's out for a goal kick for Calendar in the 64th. Pachuca got Lucas Diorio because he finished on loan by Everton Divina and returned to Leon until Pachuca signed him in July. Okay. So, well, there you go. And he won them the Champions. He won Leon the Champions Cup, and he wasn't. Okay. Playing forward, long ball. We scored in the second leg, I should say. He sealed it. Ojeda's coming on for Pereira. Or Pereira. Pereira and Ojeda. Ojeda is on. Martin Ojeda for Pereira. Why do they spell it wrong on FOTMob? Throw in for Orlando, 65th minute. As of now, that's got to be over by now. It's got to be over by now. Getting to the 90th minute. Dallas and Mazatlan. Houston and Pachuca. Probably around the same. 65th minute. 90th minute. And LAFC Juarez is around the 25th now, probably. 19th, 20th. Juarez is out possessing LAFC? Huh. Interesting. Okay. PKs. Does Pachuca versus Houston go to penalties? It goes to penalties. Pachuca has been better. They should be winning. But they're not. +1. +66th minute. Gomez gets a yellow. '66th minute. Oh. Headed forward. He did. Yeah, Luke Stioro did win Champions League with Leon. He sealed it for him, winning in BMO, scoring in BMO Stadium in the final. Bank of California Stadium in the final. 67th minute. Calendar playing it forward. Robert Taylor in no man's land, playing forward. Sergio Busquets. Busquets plays it to Kritsov. Kritsov plays it forward. 68th minute. Orlando definitely isn't out of this game, though. Orlando is trying to get back into it. Oh, nice play. Kamal Miller. Good clearance. Gets it away from Ramiro Enrique. What a play by Kamal Miller. Shot by Ojeda. That'll be a goal kick in the 68th minute. Still 2-1 Miami. Derek Jeter's in a suite right now. They're showing Derek Jeter in the suite right now. Kamal Miller. Kamal Miller is that dude. I agree. Kamal Miller is that dude. Oh! If Messi wasn't playing for Miami and if I got the black Miami jersey and Messi wasn't playing for him, it would have Kamal Miller on it. I heard Miami might be getting a third kit that's Miami Vice-like. Maybe I'll save that for Messi. I don't know. And put Kamal Miller on the black jersey. The black and pink jersey. Because I don't know if that was true or not. That Miami was going to get a third kit that was Miami Vice-like. But if they do that, that seems more Messi-ish than Jordi Alba got subbed in, yes. To me, I think a Miami Vice-like kid is way more Messi-like than a black jersey with pink accents. But that's just me. Jordi Alba plays it back to Busquets. Busquets. 69th minute. Has Dallas ended yet? And again, hopefully somebody tells me how Houston Pachuca's shootout is going. Need to take Busquets off. Yeah, he's been sort of Dallas wins through to the round of 16. Dallas wins 2-1. Okay. Dallas will play the winner of this game, and it looks like it'll be Miami-Dallas as things stand right now. I said Dallas would win. They did. Good. Playing forward, 70th minute. Correct. Pachuca and Houston are going to penalties. I thought so. Somebody keep me up. Keep me posted. Somebody keep me posted. Motherman. Playing forward is Orlando in the 71st minute. Dos a uno, 2-1. Who you got winning Leagues Cup? Club America. I guess you didn't see. You're on Twitch, so you maybe didn't see the predictions. I do, don't I? No, I don't. Jordi Alba's playing right now. They subbed him on. Miami 3. Huh. Let's see how this goes. Plays forward. Messi. 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 Robert Taylor. You knew it had to be. Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor. Plays it over the top. Joseph. Messi. Goal. 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 Gol de Miami! Gol de Messi! 3-1! What a shot by Messi! Ball falls to him, and he just pops it in there again. Lionel Messi, 5 goals in 3 games. When will he stop scoring? He's going to mess around and win the Golden Boot in MLS. Just wait. Messi, 3-1. Over the top. Messi plays it to Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor crosses it in. And then it falls. Joseph plays it over the top to Messi, and Messi volleys it. A full volley. 2 full volleys for Messi. And he just makes Gaese look like a fool. You normally don't see that. Oh! 3-1. Miami. Boom. It did go over, though. Man, this is awesome. Watching Messi do this. 73rd minute, Messi. And that should be it. That should do it for Miami. That sounds like the right scoreline, 3-1. Didn't I predict 3-1? Or am I wrong? Didn't I predict 3-1? Didn't I? Yeah, I think I predicted 3-1. So cross in. If Orlando scores pretty soon, though, I mean, game ain't over yet. But I think that should be it. I think under 4.5. Oh. It may stay 4.5. It may stay 4 goals. That must be the live odds. Plays on. Gaese heads it away. Offside. Houston score PK 1-0. All right. 74th minute. I miss the old Toronto FC. Me too. But, well, the old Toronto FC is technically what Toronto is now. You mean the more recent old Toronto FC. The old Toronto FC is exactly what they are now, if not worse. You're talking about you miss the good days of Toronto FC. You miss the halcyon days of the treble and the CCL final and all that. But I get what you're saying. But technically, we are the old Toronto FC now. Pachuca tied it up 1-1. Not surprised. You're talking about the halcyon days of the treble and all that. You're talking about the Seba days. 75th minute. Hell, even the Pozuelo days you're talking about. 75th minute. 3-1. 3-1. There we go. Header, past the post. Goal kick for Calendar in the 75th. Messi. Houston scored 2-1. I might go to Inter Miami versus Toronto FC game. Either that's next season. The next time they play in Toronto is next season. Unless you're talking about you'll go down to Miami to see the away match this year, which, hell, that ain't a bad idea. I'm not going to lie. That ain't a bad idea. If you just want to see Messi, that ain't a bad idea. If it ain't sold out. If you already got the tickets, yeah, it ain't a bad idea. If you're there to see Toronto play, that's not the reason why you should be there. I can tell you that much. That ain't the reason you should be there. 2-2. Hey, Winvo, is that the same Felipe that terrorized Toronto? LAFC score 1-0. I need Houston to win so I get all 4 of these right today. Come on. Thanks for the updates, BKL. Yep, that's our guy. Thanks for the updates. Is this the same Felipe that terrorized Toronto? Or is this a different Felipe? Winvo. Is this the Felipe I can't stand? Will Messi eventually get to 1,000 career goals? If he plays in MLS for like 3 years, he may just. He may just. If he keeps playing in MLS for 3 or 4 years. He may just do it. 3-2 Houston. 808 for Club and Country. Yeah, he'll score 200 goals in MLS and all the competitions in Concacaf. Yeah. He'll score 200 more. I think it is. Or 198 more. Or 182 more. He'll score those. 182 goals for Miami in all comps, plus the 5 he's already scored. Yeah, no, he'll get it. The way he's scoring, yeah, he will. If he plays 3 or 4 years in Miami, maybe he'll play 1 more year at Newell's, and that's when he gets it. But Miami will definitely. Well, he'll probably do the same thing at Newell's he's doing here, to be honest. 78th minute, 3-3. That number ain't including the Inter Miami goals. LAFC scores second, so it's really 813. So 882 would be 808. So 881, 880, 879, or 179, 176, or 178. Something like that. Like 170-something goals. Like about just over 175 more for Miami in 3 or 4 years. Yeah, he'll do it. He'd be crazy. It'd be crazy if he didn't. 4-3 Houston. Juarez ain't that good. 4-3 Houston. Foul. 78th minute. Kamal Miller is down. Yeah, it is that Felipe. It is. I agree. I think it did. And Twellman was kind of, what's the word? Angling towards that. Felipe off, or Felipe on for Wilder Cartagena, and Felipe Martin's on for Wilder Cartagena, and Erkan Kara is on in the 79th minute. Erkan Kara is on for Orlando, Mr. Born Offside. But again, they're going to bring off Joseph Martinez for Leo Campana, and they're bringing off DeAndre. They're not bringing off DeAndre Yedlin. Ivan Angulo for Erkan Kara. Leo Campana and Ruiz are about to come on for Miami in the 80th minute. Joseph is off. Scored the penalty. It's 4-3 Houston. Oh, if they score, it's over. If Houston scores, it's over. Houston will move on if they score. Figueroa just missed. Houston scores, it's over. That's all they got to do. Or make a save if they don't score. Ruiz is going to be on. Campana is on for Joseph. Ruiz is coming on. Arroyo for Ruiz. And Joseph for Campana is the subs. In the 81st minute. Houston score. Caicedo took it. Houston wins. 5-3 on penalties. 0-0 at the end of the night. 5-3 on penalties. I told you Houston would win. I told you Houston would win. Don't doubt me. I knew these knockout predictions would be better than the actual group predictions. But you know what? Houston wins. I told you. Houston will play the winner of Charlotte Cruz Azul in the round of 16. Houston Dynamo win. There you go. And I was right about it. Boom. That's 2. Can we go 4-0 tonight? It looks like I will because I have LAFC. I got Miami. Miami's winning. LAFC's winning. I should be able to get both of those tonight. So I should have a 4-0 night. Good start. Lovely. Lovely. '82nd minute, 3-1 3-1. I got Miami over Dallas when they play each other. Surprised Olympia isn't winning. Never underestimate Club Atlético Independiente de la Chorrera. Do not do what I did back in 2019. Never underestimate Club Atlético Independiente de la Chorrera. Never. You don't want to be like Toronto. Never. Never. Busquets is down in the 83rd minute. Houston wins. How'd Toronto do? They got eliminated the group stage in this tournament. Arroyo's hurt. Pachuca's already out. I told you they would be. And you called me crazy. And I told you Pachuca would be out in the round of 32. I told you the upset was going to happen. I told you. When a team gives Pachuca hell, they're going to lose. What happened? Houston gave them hell. They underestimated Houston. Houston won on penalties. Pachuca bottle job, as always. Captain. Some people did. I never said you did, but some people did. I got to do the RSR, so I'll be watching as I'm doing the RSR and putting it up, but because of this game having a giant rain delay, it ain't happening. I'll just be watching it while I'm working on the RSR. So I told you that was going to happen. But they're winning 2-0 already. We want more streaming. But you have to get the RSR though. So you'll get 2 more tomorrow, okay? And you'll get 2 more on Friday. You're not getting 6 games, you're getting 5. I'm on the verge of crying, says Winvo. I'm sorry, man, but Messi's different gravy. Poor Danny T Radio. Yeah, why the hell would he say Pachuca's winning the tournament? Like, I like Danny's content, but Pachuca's been bad for a good couple of months now. They've been falling off for a good couple of months now. That's the Mexican team you pick? That's the Mexican team you pick? If you're a Toronto fan, I don't blame you. Part of me honestly just wants to do the Mississippi State games this season on Saturday instead of doing Toronto games for the rest of the year. Because that's how bad Toronto are. I mean, the first 2 Mississippi State games are played during the international break, so I could easily do those. Southeastern Louisiana and Arizona. LSU's played 11 in the morning, so I could do that and Toronto that Saturday. Alabama, though, I ain't missing the Bama game. Crazy. 3-0 LAFC. Really? 3-0? 88 or 86 minute. I may just, speaking of, like, that is one thing I'm definitely considering is doing Mississippi State versus Alabama instead of FC Cincinnati and Toronto that weekend, especially if it's like within an hour of the kickoff of the Toronto game. That is true, but Mississippi State is normally too mid or bad, but this year they won't be. So Mississippi State might be the best of all my teams. That's crazy. Well, besides Tom Brady's Patriots, but Brady's not there anymore. So, I mean, I don't blame him. Ever rage quit during a TFC game? Like, have I ever made a RSR before the final whistle is blown and started uploading it before the final whistle is blown? Yes, I have. Have I quit a stream? No. I've raged on stream. I've never rage quit a stream before for a TFC game. DC United versus Toronto. I definitely did that before the final whistle. I definitely started that one before the final whistle. Philadelphia Union. No, that was after 90. The 5-0. I've never rage quit a stream before, if that's your point. 88th minute. I'm surprised I haven't rage quit this year either. Yeah, because Duke is mid at football. That's the point. Mississippi State, on the other hand, will be a national championship contender. Best defense in the country. Will Rogers is going to have a great season. I actually believe he will. Some's telling me he's going to have a great season with the new Barbet system. And Tulu Griffin's going to be Devin Hester 2.0. So why don't you watch La Liga or the Premier League? I do. I just don't watch it on this channel a lot because of my sleep schedule is sort of crappy, to be honest. And I focus on Concacaf anyway. So on the channel, I mostly focus on Concacaf and maybe some big European games. And the other half is my sleep schedule is sort of trash. So I do watch the La Liga and Premier League. I don't cover it, but I do pay attention. So I know what I'm talking about. It's just, pretty much. Speaking of La Liga, what is that new badge? It looks ugly. It looks like they flipped 2 Nike swooshes, and it sort of does, though, doesn't it? 89th minute, 3-1. Sort of does. I burned the candle at both ends. What do you think I do? It's my fault for burning the candle at both ends. You see? CONCACAF goes deep into the night sometimes. Or having to put these up, Messi didn't get subbed off? No. They're taking off Robert Taylor for Victor Ulloa. '89th minute. The sad thing is I sort of fixed my sleep schedule during the World Cup, and then it never took. It didn't take. It took through the Club World Cup, and then after that, I started backsliding. That's my fault, though. 90th minute. And then the Women's World Cup's probably made it worse. Pumas Unam versus Querétaro. I think Pumas wins 3-0. I think the Revs beat Atlas 3-1. I think NYCFC beat Red Bull 2-1. I think Philadelphia Union beats DC 3-0. I think Charlotte beats Cruz Azul 3-2. I think Real Salt Lake loses to Leon. Leon wins 2-0. Real España lost 3-1. Yep. And 7 minutes of stoppage time. I guess the Messi injury did it. So Pumas wins, Revs win, NYCFC wins, Philly wins, Charlotte wins, and Leon wins tomorrow. It does. That logo does suck. The La Liga logo. Messi got injured. He had a jaw injury. Like when he ran into, they were checking him. They were checking him, and it was his jaw. But he's okay to play because, it's his jaw. Why didn't Inter Miami get the harder path? Because they want them to get to the final. You won't. Even though Messi is still, you won't. I don't think so. 3-1, 3-1. At least I don't think so. Speaking of, it is 2-0 LAFC. At the 45th minute, Hollingshead and Vela. Okay, Vela makes sense, but Hollingshead? Well, there you go. Looks like I'm going 4-0 tonight. Man, if I got that $1,000 gift card by getting all these picks right, Beckham paid Don Gardner make everyone shit. Are you mad? Are you salty? Grass is the one Messi plays on. He doesn't want to play on turf. Messi doesn't want to play on turf, which, I don't blame him considering turf is definitely... Thierry Henry did the same thing. Thierry Henry never wanted to play on turf. I don't blame him. Winvo, keep coping. 92nd minute. What about Charlotte, though? He ain't playing in Charlotte. Their first league match after the break is going to be Charlotte. He's not playing in Charlotte. He's not playing. I think Charlotte has turf. Did Atlanta change their field? One of them did. I know New England changed their field to grass. What if it's in the Leagues Cup? We'll see if he holds to that. Because if it's the Leagues Cup, we'll see if he holds. Let me see here. When they play Dallas, that's grass. If they play Charlotte instead of Houston, they finished ahead of Charlotte. They would host, so that's grass. If they win that, they would play Philly has grass, DC has grass, Red Bull has grass, NYCFC has grass, even though it's a baseball pitch. Pumas, they would host in Miami, grass. Querétaro, grass, host in Miami. Atlas has grass because it would be in Miami. So the Revs or Charlotte would be the ones that he would miss if they played in the semifinal. I don't know if I don't have the Revs changed it to grass. Has Gillette Stadium been changed to grass? Forno was easy. Two of the worst Mexican teams. Pachuca basically has no team. And, of course, Miami with Messi. So, I think New England and Charlotte on his side of the bracket are the only ones that he can't play at. Then LAFC has grass. Real Salt Lake has grass. Vancouver has grass. I think. Portland has grass. Wait, no. Does Portland have turf? I think Portland may have turf. Minnesota has grass. Columbus has grass. Kansas City has grass. Chicago, grass. And Cincinnati and Nashville. 95th minute. Messi is still on. So, he should play every game in the Leagues Cup unless they play Charlotte or New England. Colorado has grass. Seattle didn't make it. Seattle and Colorado didn't make it. I'm talking about the bracket. Doesn't Portland have turf? For a different reason. I think it's the drainage system or whatever that makes them have turf. I think that's what Rocky said. It was like something about the drainage system that makes them have turf. So Portland, if they do have turf, I think. So Chivas will beat this Orlando sides. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz hadn't taken it. We do have turf. That's what I thought. Messi might win the Ballon d'Or because of the MLS performance. Not this year. 96th minute. So if they play Portland, Miami finished above Portland last year, though. So no, they would host the final if they were to play. Or who knows? Maybe they play in Vegas. Maybe they play in Vegas. I don't know. I wonder if they play the final at a neutral venue. Messi was going to score a hat trick. Well, I mean, he only needs to score one more. Still on. It's the draining stuff. Yep. Does today count as a day MLS edged Liga MX or not, considering the teams and squads? MLS dominated today. Edged. They dominated today. I don't think they've edged out Liga MX as a overall. I think it's still neck and neck. But today they dominated. So if that's your question. Diego Gomez has looked great so far. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, maybe try to make Gomez into Busquets' replacement. I might buy Apple TV just to watch Messi. Well, that's the way they want you to do it because they didn't put it on Fox. 97th minute, free kick taken. Calendar catches. Oh, and he picks it up into the 97th minute. NYCFC uses grass. Bad Liga MX sides play today. There's only 3 actually good Liga MX sides in this tournament. Or 4, I guess. Leon, Tigres, Monterrey, and America that are left. Everybody, Pumas, they should go a bit deeper. But still, Pumas is Pumas. They're good. They're not great. But there's like 2 good sides, 3, 4 great sides. Will the final be free or depends on who's the final? Like, you would think they'd have the final as a free match, but, you know, I don't know. And on Fox anyway, no matter what. Who will Miami face next? They'll face Dallas. Miami goes to Dallas to face Dallas in the round of 16. Messi going down to Dallas. 97th minute. Never been done. Okay. Goal kick, and this should be the last kick of the game. 3-1. 3-1. Miami. And it looks like this will be that. And they take the kick. 98th minute. The final's now free. I'm crying. LAFC 2-0 halftime. New York Derby tomorrow. I'll be live for it. I'll be live for the Hudson River Derby. Because that's one of the 2 matches that actually looks good tomorrow, to be honest. There's slim pickings tomorrow, to be honest. It was hard for me to choose, but the Hudson River Derby was probably one of the 2 matches that really caught my eye. No penalty. Ruiz didn't get the ball. Ball crossed in. Goal! 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 At the death. 3-2 for Orlando. Araujo scores a second, but it won't matter. It won't matter. They don't have enough time to send it to penalties. Cesar Araujo ends the night on a high for Orlando, though. A brace for Cesar Araujo. Teresa Dos. 3-2. Winvo got his pity goal. I know. I've always known that. 3-2. It's not enough time, but Araujo had 2. Just top bins it, roofs it. Thankfully, Messi scored that early goal, or that other goal. And that's... And offside, I guess. Won't have enough time. Even if it is offside, they won't have enough time. Just let them have it. Are they saying it may be offside? Is that what the referee is doing? What is this game becoming? VAR! They're going to VAR. They may not even get this goal. Decision pending. 100th minute. Araujo scored the 90+ 9th. They're checking for the offside. He was onside when the ball was played. I think they're looking at Ramiro. That's the case. Offside. No goal. No goal. 3-1. 3-1. I guess Ramiro was offside. Full time. It's full time. Full time. 3-1, 3-1 to Miami. Miami moves on to face Dallas in the round of 16. They're going down to Dallas. Messi with 2. Martinez with 1. Miami to the round of 16. As of now. I don't know. Somebody said show the bracket. I don't know. Three to 1. Miami wins. I was right about that. Put on Miami. Miami versus Dallas. Oh, okay. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification when subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in plays. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you within the hour for the review of Miami versus Orlando. Messi does it again. Miami on to the round of 16. 3-0 on the night. Looks like it'll be 4-0 on predictions and the round of 32. Miami wins 3-1. Congratulations to Miami. Commiserations to Orlando. Miami moves on. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you later.